Boy, some of these Christmas carols are pretty violent. Instead of the warm, fuzzy language, they're using war language. Maybe we need to pay attention. I'm John Stonestreet, and this is the 2-Minute Warning. Did you understand those words? Benjamin Britten says that this little babe, so few days old, has come to rifle Satan's fold. Did you get the image? It's like Jesus, this little baby, is rifling through the enemy territory, claiming what is his. He says that Jesus is going to win the field later on in his song. He uses these innocent things that we often think about associated with Christmas, like a little baby in a manger and swaddling clothes and a beautiful angelic choir. And he uses them as if they're part of God's battle plan, where he's invading this territory that belongs to him and that's been captive to the enemy, and he's claiming it back. He's winning the battle, and Jesus is establishing his rule. This isn't the soft little innocent stuff we often hear about Christmas. Yet it's the image that a lot of these ancient hymn writers and ancient theologians use. And it's also the image you get in some of the prophets and even in the gospel itself, that what God is doing is more than just giving us a nice image of a beautiful, quaint little manger scene. No. What God is doing is he's waging war on a planet that the enemy has occupied, but that belongs to him because he was the creator of all things. I think Britten is right. The nativity scene is not this quaint little pretty picture that we often picture it. If we really see it for what it is, it's a war scene. God, in one of the most vulnerable forms you can imagine, the form of a little baby, is coming to wage war on the forces of darkness. And as vulnerable as this little baby seems, he is more than able to win the battle. In the great 17th century poem, On the Morning of Christ's Nativity, the author John Milton says, "This babe, to show his Godhead true, can in his swaddling clothes control the whole damned crew." And this little baby not only wins the battle and overturns the kingdom of darkness, but he actually establishes his own kingdom. This is precisely what the hymn writer Isaac Watts had in mind when he wrote that great song, which we sing over and over and over this time of year, "Joy to the world, the Lord has come." What's the next line? "Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare room for this King." For Isaac Watts, the coming of Jesus was the coming of the King, the one whose kingdom will have no end. And this is something to which every heart then owes him allegiance, because he is the King of this place. But he goes on. He goes on to say that not only is this kingdom established in every heart, this kingdom is reclaiming all the territory that the enemy counterclaimed for his own. That it's as wide, as he says, as far as the curse is found. So not only let men rejoice, but let heaven and nature sing, because the earth finds its rightful King in Jesus Christ. The implications of this little event that we celebrate, this event in this little manger, is as big as the world itself. It's God who created everything in Christ coming to redeem all things, and that should be a source of great joy. I wonder how many congregations this Christmas will sing that song and not really mean it. Will sing that song and not really understand why this joy should not only be a part of their lives, but why this joy is certain, because Christ did come, and it changed the whole story of the human race and the whole story of the earth itself. For the 2-Minute Warning, I'm John Stonestreet.